On February the 17th, the Kosovo Assembly adopted a Declaration of Independence, an act which elicited a mixed reaction both internationally and domestically. The divide between Kosovo Serbs, Kosovo Albanians and non-Serb minorities has deepened. Following the declaration, there have been protests in northern Kosovo and clashes between UNMIK police and the local population. Also in February, the EU decided, following a plan by Ahtisaari, to deploy a mission, ULEX, to help advise and mentor Kosovo authorities in relation to the rule of law. In this framework, a delegation of the European Parliament, led by EPP-ED member Mrs. Doris Pack, paid the first official visit of the European Parliament after the Declaration of Independence and met with the President of the new country, the Prime Minister, the head of UNMIK, of KFOR and representatives of the main political parties of the minorities and the Serb community. The Declaration of Independence is a huge project for the country, said President Fatmir Sejdiu, which opens opportunities for all people. He also praised the work of KFOR in providing security. Joachim Rücker, Special Representative of the Secretary-General, addressed the different opinions on Resolution 1244, which authorised an international civil and military presence in Kosovo, placing it under interim UN administration. He kept a neutral position and underlined that Resolution 1244 will remain valid, despite the different interpretations. Kosovo is a stable country, stated Prime Minister Hasim Thaçi, with stable institutions working towards a multi-ethnic country and working together with international organisations. He also mentioned that he's ready to cooperate with Belgrade in finding solutions to the problems. He also admitted that his country faces a serious social crisis with extreme poverty, and he promised to do everything to fight corruption and organised crime. We want to have a multi-ethnic government according to the Ahtisaari plan, said Mr. Thaçi. Doris Pack, EPP-ED member and chairwoman of the delegation for South East Europe, expressed satisfaction about the contribution of the EPP-ED group.
We are the ones who have decided, also with a high majority, for the Mati Ahtisaari plan, which should now come in practice. And I think we should take care of this plan, because he is guaranteeing the Serb minority to have a lot of rights, and even the other minorities, which is one of our values, which is cared by following the Mati Ahtisaari plan, taking care of the minority. So I think we should do what we did. We should take care of the situation, of the promises, and we should also help the Commission with the IPA funds to help the country to develop, because the unemployment is so high. And I think if you see the right of the youngsters here, it is the most highest right I think in Europe. So we should help them to be employed here and to have a future here. And it's not only the Albanians, also the Serbs, because we want them to stay here. And we should help them by investing good money in good projects. And I hope very much that at least we can manage it. The Parliament is always helpful, and the EPP is always strongest supportive in this way.
The delegation of the European Parliament welcomed the new constitution, which will enter into force in June and is based on the provisions of Marti Ahtisaari's plan. EPP-ED Vice Chairman Marian-Jean Marinescu said,
I think that now we need facts, not words. So we have to wait the implementation of the Constitution. I think that EU must help the implementation of the Constitution in such a way to preserve and to help the Serb community and all the other minority communities to survive here in this environment.
Mrs. Ria Oomen-Ruijten stressed the need for common projects, which will show that it's still possible for all ethnic groups to live together. She also added,
first of all, try to create some projects which could be an example for the country, which could show that it is again possible to live together, first. Second, what's also needed, that is that the citizens of Kosovo should be aware that there is in June a new constitution. And this new constitution has a very clear concept of respect for the minorities. So that should be done. And I think that are also the projects which we as EPP should favor for the next future.
9 years after the war, the situation felt by the people in Kosovo does not always tally with the declarations of politicians. People are still living in fear, for example, often unable to visit the graves of their loved ones in neighbouring villages. How the EU responds to the current and coming challenges in Kosovo will be the ultimate test of the Union's ability to be a true global leader in foreign policy. The EU has a major responsibility to ensure that a safe and sustainable environment is created in which all citizens of Kosovo can live together. For more information on this topic, log on to our website www.epp-ed.eu. This programme was brought to you by the press service of the EPP-ED Group, the largest political group in the European Parliament. See you again soon.